Have you ever found yourself standing at a crossroads, feeling that tug deep within your soul, an unmistakable pull, a quiet whisper, a stirring that calls you to something greater? It's a feeling that cannot be explained, but it's undeniably real. You may have experienced moments in your life where you knew deep down that there was more to your existence than what meets the eye. It's as though something to me is reaching out to you, beckoning you forward, and urging you to answer a call that you cannot ignore. Tonight, I stand before you with an urgent message, not just as a speaker, but as a fellow pilgrim on this spiritual journey. The moment you are experiencing right now, the one you are living in, is no mere coincidence. This moment in your life is not random, nor is it by accident. It has been divinely orchestrated. Every part of your life, every step you have taken, has been leading you to this very point. The divine hand of God has carefully placed you here, right now, as part of his eternal plan. I want you to understand something profound. God has been speaking to you in the silence, in the depths of your heart, in the stillness of your soul. It's not just a fleeting thought or a passing idea. This is a divine calling, a sacred invitation for you to awaken to your higher purpose. You are not here by chance, and your life is not meant to be ordinary. You have been chosen for something extraordinary. God is calling you to step into something far beyond what you can see with your human eyes. There may have been times in your life when you hesitated, when doubt crept in, and you questioned whether you were truly worthy of such a calling. You may have told yourself that others are more capable, more gifted, or more qualified. But let me tell you this, God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. It's not about your abilities, your past, or your circumstances. It's about his grace, his strength, and his purpose in your life. The question is, will you respond? Will you answer the call to step into the life that God has set before you? This is a moment of divine significance. The time to hesitate is over. God's invitation is before you, and it's an invitation that holds the power to transform your life in ways you cannot even imagine. He is not just calling you to a higher purpose. He is calling you to a higher level of living, to a life filled with joy, peace, and fulfillment beyond measure. It is a life of meaning, a life that reflects his glory, and a life that has the power to impact the world around you. Now is the time to step out of the shadows of doubt and fear and step into the light of God's calling. There is a purpose for your life that goes beyond your dreams and aspirations. This is not a call to follow the path of comfort or ease, but a call to rise above the challenges, to overcome the obstacles, and to walk in faith even when the path ahead is unclear. It is a call to trust in God's perfect plan for your life, knowing that every step you take in faith will lead you closer to the destiny he has prepared for you. As you stand at this crossroads, I urge you to listen closely to the still, small voice that speaks within you. It is the voice of the Creator, calling you to something more, to something greater. It is the voice of the one who knows the plans he has for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. You may not know where this journey will take you, but God does, and he is faithful to lead you, guide you, and equip you for every step of the way. Tonight, I ask you to make a decision. Will you step into the divine purpose that God has set before you? Will you answer the call to live a life that is fully aligned with his will? A life that reflects his love, his power, and his grace? The choice is yours. God is waiting for your answer. This is your moment of awakening. This is your moment to embrace the divine calling that has been placed upon your life. Will you choose to step into your destiny? Will you choose to follow the path that leads to a higher purpose? Will you say yes to the life God has waiting for you? Know this, God is not waiting for you to be perfect before he calls you. He is not waiting for you to have everything figured out. He is simply waiting for your willing heart, your openness, and your yes. When you say yes to God, he will do the rest. He will guide you, strengthen you, and empower you to walk in the fullness of his calling. So tonight, as you hear the divine calling within your soul, I ask you to listen with an open heart. This is not just a moment of inspiration. It is a sacred invitation to step into a life that is greater than anything you could have ever imagined. The road ahead may be uncertain, but it is filled with hope, with promise, and with the boundless love of a Father who is leading you to a place of divine purpose. Faith is not a mere passive belief. It is a conscious, active decision to step forward into the unknown, trusting that God, in His infinite wisdom, is guiding you every step of the way. It is not about knowing every detail of the journey, but having the courage to trust that the path before you, though uncertain, is exactly the one He has designed for you. How many times have we found ourselves in situations where everything seemed unclear, where doubt and fear clouded our vision, and the road ahead appeared impossible to navigate? In those moments, we are called not to retreat or give in to the uncertainty. Instead, we are called to take that leap of faith, to believe that God's plan is far grander than anything we could ever fathom. Have you ever wondered, even for a moment, why you've faced the struggles you have endured? Perhaps it was a loss that shook you to your core, or a season of silence when you felt abandoned, or perhaps even the weight of failure that caused you to question your worth. Let me assure you, every challenge, every hardship, every moment of despair has not been in vain. Each one has been a part of God's divine plan, woven together by His loving hand. Those moments weren't meant to break you, but to strengthen you, to refine you, and to prepare you for something greater. You might be standing on the precipice of your breakthrough right now, unsure if you should take that next step. What if I told you that the very breakthrough you've been praying for, the one you've been yearning for, is closer than ever? It's on the horizon, just beyond the veil of your doubts. The obstacles that seem insurmountable today are the very stepping stones that God is using to elevate you into a new season of purpose. The strength you are gaining through these challenges is preparing you for something far beyond what you can see right now. Your victory is assured, not because of your own strength, but because of the Almighty who is working behind the scenes on your behalf. But here's the challenge. Are you ready? Are you ready to trust Him fully, even when the path seems foggy, when the mountain appears too steep to climb, when the storm feels like it might never end? Trusting God means relinquishing control. It means embracing the unknown with the confidence that He knows what's best for you. It's choosing to believe that His plan for your life is perfect, even when it doesn't make sense to you. Perhaps you've been holding on to something that's keeping you from fully surrendering to His will. Maybe it's fear, fear of what the future holds, fear of the unknown. Maybe it's pride, thinking you can handle things on your own without God's help. Maybe it's past wounds that have made you hesitant to trust again. Whatever it is, let it go. Let go of the control you think you have. The moment you release your grip, you open the door to His blessings. God's plan is always better than ours. The beautiful thing about faith is that it doesn't require us to have all the answers. It simply requires us to trust in the one who does. He's been walking with you all along, and now more than ever, He is calling you to trust Him with everything. There is a divine purpose unfolding in your life, even if you can't yet see it clearly. What if the breakthrough you've been waiting for has already been set into motion? What if the answer to your prayers is already on its way, but it's waiting for you to trust God enough to let go and let Him lead? This is your invitation to walk by faith, not by sight. Trust in God's timing, trust in His direction, and trust in His power to move mountains. The journey you're on may not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. God is asking you today, will you trust Him with everything? Will you surrender your doubts, your fears, your questions, and allow His divine plan to unfold in your life? Now is the time to take that step, to boldly declare, I trust you, God, even when I can't see the way forward. Trust that He is making a way where there seems to be none. Trust that His love for you is unshakable, His promise is unbreakable, and His plan for your life perfect in every way. This is not just a fleeting moment. This is a pivotal point in your life. The question is, will you answer His call to trust Him fully? The breakthrough is closer than you think, and it's going to change everything. Trust in Him and watch as He moves in miraculous ways in your life. You've waited, haven't you? Waited for that moment of breakthrough, that long-anticipated shift in your life. It feels like the years have dragged on, and the days have felt like endless stretches of waiting. Maybe you've prayed with every ounce of your heart, asking God for clarity, for direction, for change. Yet, in the silence, there have been moments where it seemed as if your prayers went unheard, unanswered, and you began to wonder, has God forgotten me? Has he left me waiting for no reason? My friends, I am here to tell you today, God's timing is never wrong. He is not delayed. He is not distracted. Every single moment you have spent in waiting has been in preparation. God has been refining you, strengthening your spirit, and molding you into the person you are meant to become. It may have felt like a season of confusion, but it was in fact a season of cultivation. There is a sacred beauty in waiting, a divine purpose in those silent years when you wondered if you were on the right path. When God makes you wait, it's not because he has forgotten about you or doesn't care. No, it's because he is preparing you for something far greater than you can imagine. Your heart was being stretched to hold the magnitude of the blessing that's about to unfold. The depth of your faith was being tested, and with every trial you faced, your character was being shaped to receive the fullness of his promise. And now, my friends, the time has come. The door to your breakthrough is wide open. The very thing you've prayed for, the transformation, the answers, the change, is no longer a distant hope. It is a present reality. God has moved mountains on your behalf, and now the season of waiting has come to an end. You stand at the threshold of your destiny. But here's the truth. God's timing is not just about waiting passively. It's about acting when he calls. And he's calling you now. The door that was once closed is now wide open, and he is urging you to walk through it. The question is, will you step into the future that has been waiting for you all along? Will you trust his perfect plan and seize this moment? In the scriptures, we read about the Israelites waiting for the promised land, a long journey filled with trials, doubts, and setbacks. But God's promises never fail. He led them through the wilderness to the exact moment where they would step into the land he had prepared for them. And now you are in your own moment of transition. Like the Israelites, you've crossed your own wilderness. The preparation was hard, the waiting painful. But now is your time to step into the promised land of your life. So don't hesitate. Don't second guess what God is doing right now. Embrace the urgency of this moment. Your destiny is knocking at the door. The breakthrough you have longed for is right here. You may have questioned God's timing in the past, but I want to reassure you that everything has been aligned according to his will. He has orchestrated this perfect moment for you to step forward into the life he has always planned for you. Now, as you prepare to walk into the future he has for you, trust that every step you take is guided by his hand. Don't fear what lies ahead. You are not walking into this new season alone. God has already gone before you, preparing the way, and he will continue to walk with you every step of the way. This is your moment. The waiting is over, and the time to act is now. Step through that door with faith, confidence, and a heart full of trust in the one who has brought you this far. Your breakthrough is here, and it's everything you've prayed for and more. This is God's perfect timing, and he is calling you to move forward with courage. Beloved, do you ever find yourself standing at the crossroads of uncertainty? The paths you once walked, the routines that once brought comfort, now seem foreign and out of reach. You might even feel lost, as though the ground beneath you is shifting, and you don't quite know which way to go. It's in these moments, dear friends, that God is doing something extraordinary in your life. He's calling you to step out from what is familiar, to walk away from what once was, and to embrace something far greater than you ever imagined. For many of you, this might feel like the hardest time of your life. There's a sense of discomfort, a longing for the pishes, a desire to return to the things that once felt safe. But let me tell you something. This season of uncertainty, this season of change, is exactly where God wants you to be. He's preparing you for a new chapter, a season of divine transformation that will redefine your purpose, your identity, and your calling. You see, God never leaves us where we are. He's always moving us forward, guiding us toward his plans and purposes, which are far better than anything we could have ever dreamed for ourselves. If you feel the weight of confusion or the pang of nostalgia for what once was, take heart. This is not the end, it's the beginning of something beautiful. God is inviting you into a new season, one that is full of promise and hope. The challenges you have faced, The struggles that once seemed insurmountable are behind you now. They no longer define you. The failures, the disappointments, the hurts of the pettiness, they no longer hold the same power over your life. God is calling you to move forward with faith, to step boldly into the new opportunities He has placed before you. You are not the same person you were yesterday. You are being transformed from the inside out. In this new season, there is a future filled with purpose, a future filled with joy, a future filled with blessings that you haven't even begun to imagine. Do you hear God's voice? He's whispering to you now, inviting you to rise up from your current circumstances and walk into His divine promises. Your next step may feel daunting, but it is a step toward greater things. Trust that He is already preparing the way for you. God has been working behind the scenes, weaving together the threads of your life, preparing you for this moment. He's been refining your character, strengthening your faith, and shaping you for something greater. The season you are about to enter is one where God's favor will rest upon you in ways you never thought possible. Your dreams, once seemingly impossible, are now within reach because this is the season of His favor. But it's not just about waiting for something to happen. It's about stepping forward in faith. Stepping into your new season is an active decision. It's a decision to trust that God's timing is perfect, even when everything feels uncertain. It's a decision to let go of your fears, your doubts, and your insecurities, and to trust that He is with you every step of the way. Know this, my friends, God is not asking you to do it alone. He is walking with you. He is the one who will guide you, protect you, and equip you for the journey ahead. The path may not always be clear, and you may encounter obstacles along the way, but God's presence will go before you, preparing the way and making the rough places smooth. There is no better time than now to embrace the new season God has prepared for you. It's time to move beyond the limitations of the past, to break free from the patterns that have held you back, and to walk into the fullness of your destiny in Christ. You are not meant to remain stuck in the old. You are called to step forward in the power of His grace. This is your time. The new season of your life is here, and it's waiting for you to step into it with courage, with faith, and with an open heart. Do you trust that God has a plan for you, one that is filled with blessings and divine favor? Will you step forward and claim the promises that He has prepared for you? In this new season, you will find strength for the journey, joy in the process, and peace in the midst of change. You will discover a purpose that goes beyond your own understanding, a purpose that is woven into the very fabric of God's grand design. Your life is not an accident. It is part of God's eternal plan, and He is calling you to live it fully. So what's next? The next step is yours to take. Trust that God is already there ahead of you, making a way where there seems to be no way. The door to your new season is open, and all you have to do is walk through it with faith. Step boldly, step confidently, and know that God is with you every step of the way. Will you answer His call? Will you step into the divine transformation that awaits you? God is inviting you to live the life He's always dreamed for you, a life full of purpose, full of promise, and full of His presence. In this moment, I want to speak to you about a truth that many of us often struggle to accept. The reality that God does not choose us because of our past mistakes or because of where we find ourselves today. No, His love and purpose for us go far deeper than that. They extend far beyond the mistakes, the failures, and the struggles we've encountered. They are not dictated by our external circumstances, but by His perfect vision for who we are and who we can become. Let that sink in for a moment. God has always known the depths of your heart, the passions that drive you, and the divine potential that lies within you. When He calls you, He's not looking at the past. He's not concerned with what you may have done or where you've been. He's focused on who you are right now and who He knows you can be tomorrow. The gifts He has prepared for you, the talents and blessings that are uniquely yours, are not simply for your own benefit. They are part of a divine design, a purpose that goes far beyond your personal success or comfort. God has a plan not just for your life, but for the lives of those around you. You are meant to be a beacon of hope. You are meant to share the love, the grace, and the wisdom that God has poured into your life with the world. Every struggle you've faced, every tear you've shed, every joy you've celebrated, it all serves a greater purpose. Your story, no matter how messy or complicated it might seem right now, is part of a beautiful, intricate tapestry that God is weaving for the good of others. Maybe you've wondered why you had to go through certain trials. Maybe you've questioned why things have been so difficult, why the road seemed longer than you ever imagined. But let me remind you of something. God never wastes a single moment. Not one tear, not one heartache. Every challenge, every setback is not just something you have to survive. It's something you can grow through. And when you come out on the other side of it, you'll see the divine purpose behind it all. Right now, I can sense that for many of you, the fog of uncertainty is beginning to lift. You may not have all the answers yet, and that's okay. But I want you to know that the moment you are in right now, the one where you are questioning your worth, your abilities, or your future, this is the moment when everything begins to make sense. God is calling you to rise, to step into the fullness of who He has created you to be. The gifts God has placed within you are waiting to be activated. The purpose that is uniquely yours is ready to unfold, not just for your benefit, but for the lives of those around you. You've been prepared for this moment. Your purpose has been unfolding quietly in the background, even when you didn't see it. But today is the day it becomes clear. Today is the day you can choose to embrace it. Your purpose is not a distant dream. It's right here within reach. But here's the question. Will you answer the call? Will you rise up and step into your divine destiny? Will you let go of the fears, the doubts, and the insecurities that have held you back for so long? Will you take the first step in faith, knowing that God is already working in you and through you? I believe with all my heart that the moment you choose to fully surrender to God's plan, to embrace the calling He has placed on your life, you will begin to see the impact you were always meant to have. You are not here by accident. God's timing is perfect, and the doors that are opening to you right now but are the result of His hand moving in your life. Your purpose is unfolding right in front of you. Will you step into it with faith and courage? Let me tell you something, my friends. God is not done with you yet. The best is yet to come. No matter where you are right now, no matter what you've been through, there is still more. There is more joy to be experienced, more lives to be touched, and more love to be shared. God has a purpose for your life that is greater than you can even imagine, and He's calling you to walk in it. This is not the end of your story. It's just the beginning. The road ahead may not always be easy, but I promise you, it will be worth it. The divine purpose that you've been longing to discover is already within you, ready to be unlocked. Will you take hold of it? Will you rise to the occasion and step boldly into the future that God has prepared for you? Today I challenge you, embrace the call, live out the divine purpose that is uniquely yours. You were created for greatness. Your life has a purpose that no one else can fulfill. Step into it and watch as God uses you to bring hope, healing, and transformation to this world.